Good morning, friends. The time is 7:49 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 8th of March, 2025. Now, we know that means that's the 9th of March for our friends on the other side of the planet. You know, those folks in Australia, specifically those folks in Melbourne. Hope everybody is doing great today, not just the folks in Melbourne. I hope folks are doing great all around the world. My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started the groups. Well, I thought it was funny. That's right, there's two groups out there with the same name, and they're both awesome. And they're awesome because of you. And speaking of you, I know you're you, and I know you're awesome because you made those groups awesome. That's right, I created the framework. You folks filled it in and made it awesome. And I want to say thank you to all of you. We have over 640,000 members in one group. We have 1,200 amazing members in the other group. And both groups are just fantastic, my friends. And they're fantastic because of you. I like to call them two things. Our group with 1,200 members, that's the funniest village on the internet, my friends. And then the group with 640,000 members, that's the funniest city on the internet. And you know what? Together, it's just the funniest community in the world, I tell you. We are funny people doing funny things, and we're making people laugh. I said that different than I normally do, folks, but I promise I'm trying today. I'm just struggling a bit. Folks, I just want you to know that I appreciate what you've helped me create, and you've made two amazing, amazing groups, my friends. And that's what these videos are about. It's about me trying to say thank you because I don't know how to say thank you to that many people, and that many people all of a sudden decided that something I created was worthwhile visiting. So, folks, thank you for making these groups amazing. That is just awesome. As you can probably sound, I am still not healthy yet. Although I am better than I was yesterday, and I'm better than I was the day before, I'm still having trouble talking for any amount of time, which for somebody who talks like me is really tough because it wants to get me going. I can't shut me up usually. Well, this is shutting me up, folks, and I'm sorry these videos have been so short and so lackluster, but I promise you I'm going to make a video. I'm going to give you something, and I'm always going to give you those jokes as long as I can. I already did the jokes, and the jokes just wrecked my voice, folks. I always do them first because they're the toughest part of the video. Well, normally, but they're scripted. Right now, they're the easiest part of the video because I don't have to think of the jokes as much. I'm sorry. I thought I was way better than I was before I started talking. But folks, what are you doing today? I'll tell you what I'm doing today. Pretty much nothing. I have a day off, and I did laundry yesterday after I made the video. Got that all done. I'm all caught up. Wendy's on vacation. She's in Cabo San Lucas right now, so I'm bacheloring it till Saturday, and it's just me and the cats, you know. I think I'm just going to take it easy. I am going to try to get outside a bit today because we're supposed to have really nice weather. And yesterday it got up to 19 degrees Celsius, which is a beautiful day. That's about, I think it's about 66.8 degrees Fahrenheit. You can do the math on that yourself, though. But a great, beautiful, beautiful spring day for Calgary, and I mostly stayed inside. I think the most I did was go and take the garbage out and check the mail. And that's because I felt so rough. Although I sound rough, and I am rough, I do feel better than I did yesterday, and yesterday I felt better than the day before. So that just means getting better, right? And so today I'm gonna try to get outside to do something. Whether I don't know what it is, I can't think of much because I don't have very much stamina for walking in that right now. But I gotta get out and just enjoy the weather. Maybe I'll just drive to a park and sit on a bench, even though it's not my kind of thing to do. I hate wasting these beautiful days because we've only got so many beautiful days in life, right? And today is one of them. So what are you folks doing today? Now, I heard from Rose Glad yesterday that it was Obedience Day for Rose and the new pooch. And Rose, I'm not going to try to pronounce it right now. I'm so sorry. It's such a beautiful name, your new dog. Sorry. Such a beautiful name. Maika'i, I can't even say my own name right now, but it's a beautiful name, beautiful dog, and I'm glad things are going well. I like how you worded that too. It was obedience classes for yourself and the dog, because that is true. When you bring your dog to obedience training, you're being trained too. I'm not telling Rose this. Rose knows this already. I'm just telling people in general. Sorry. And that's a great way to put it, because you're learning at the same time that your dog's learning. And it's a really important kind of thing. Proper training for especially a rescue pooch that may have learned some bad habits or just didn't learn good habits. Still a good dog, but just may need some training. It's fantastic thing for your dog and for your family too. You know, you have it just makes it makes your animal living with you and you living with your animal so much easier, and it's a great idea. Sorry, folks. But what are you folks doing today? I hope you're having a great day. I really do. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you're not struggling breathing like I am right now. I really like to hear what you're doing. Feel free to comment on one of these videos. Tell me about your day. You know, whatever you want to share. I'm not trying to pry or anything. We're just trying to make a connection. We got so many friends out there. Let's make a connection with a few of them. I'm very happy that Rose lets me know what's going on quite regularly. M'lis Carnahan, she's in the group as M'lis Carnahan right now, folks. She had some issues with one of her accounts, but M'lis Carnahan regularly lets me know what's going on. I think yesterday, and I could be wrong, Melissa, I apologize. I believe she messaged me and just let me know that she was having a relaxing day. A little foggy right now, so I apologize if I got that wrong. But yeah, I love to hear about what you're doing today, folks. Feel free to share what you're doing tomorrow, whatever it might be. And if we can talk about it, we definitely will. You know, I like to make these videos a little more interesting if I can. And you're interesting, so that's one way to do it, my friends. And today, I actually have a little bit more energy. Yesterday, we are going to feature a couple of posts. Now, these are from names that you've heard before. First one is from my friend Dave Knapp. That's right. I'm going to bring that up right away. I'm going to bring it up, and both these posts made me laugh, folks. That's why they're being shared here. All right, now this. I don't know. It's all about wording and technicalities. This made me laugh. You can read. I'm sorry. I can't talk very well. But carpool lane. Pool in the car. You got it, my friend. I'm sorry. It's silly. It really is silly. It's dumb. But I thought it was funny. And that made me laugh. And it made me cough too. Sorry. Thanks, Dave. I really appreciate that. Now, the next one is from another person who you better recognize this name if you've been here for more than 5 minutes. It's Michelle Finnerty. Let me bring up Michelle Finnerty's post right now. Can you imagine this? You know those light up Skechers? I can just picture it. Just seeing the lights flashing. I don't know. I am particularly prone to delirium today, so I'm laughing at everything. But these two really made me laugh. Oh, Michelle and Dave, thank you so very much. Thanks for making me laugh. I lost my breath a little bit there, but it doesn't matter. It's all about laughing, my friends. So everything we do here is about laughing. And that's what you folks do. You make people laugh every day. And you know, folks, I want to see your stuff. Share your stuff with us. I know there are real people still in the big group, the big Well I Thought It Was Funny group, and those real people can share real stuff. You're allowed to share your stuff, folks. In the smaller group, the Well I Thought It Was Funny without the comma, you got 1,200 people in there, and you folks are sharing lots of stuff. We got to wake up the big group again, because I think they're in shock after a month and a half of being held hostage by those scammers. So we got to let people know that group's alive. So share to both groups, folks, if you can. Share whatever you want to share, as long as it's funny. Of course, if we can't share it, we're not going to, but we want to see what you think's funny. And not just from Facebook, anywhere on the internet. You can share it here. It's the way Facebook is. So share it on the group if you think it's funny and appropriate. We want to see what you think is funny, my friends. I can't believe I made it here, folks. I didn't think I was going to make it to this point. What's that point? This is the point where I do a little bit of navel gazing, figuring out who I am and where I am. Let's take a look. Pretty sure I told you what time it was. And I told you the date on both sides of the world. Hello, Melbourne. And then I told you who I was. Then I said that I knew who you were, because you're awesome. You're you. And then I asked about your day. I did a little bit of coughing, told you about my day. Going to be pretty uneventful, which is all I can handle today. Then Rose Glad, we mentioned yesterday, Rose Glad and the new pooch went for obedience training. Always a good thing. Thank you for sharing, Rose. We really appreciate that. And then I shared 2 posts, one from my friend Dave Knapp, and then one from Michelle Finnerty. Both great members of the group, really prolific members of the group, share a lot of great stuff, folks. You should recognize both their names. Dave provides me with jokes on almost a daily basis, and Michelle's provided me with lots of jokes too in the past, so those are names you really should recognize. Dave Knapp and Michelle Finnerty, and thank you for your posts, folks. Really appreciate it. Thanks for making me laugh. Thanks for almost making me pass out from not being brave from laughing, you people. Hey, you know, it's always good to laugh. But that, anyways, that got us right to here. And then from right here, there's only one place we can go. And you know what it is. Bad jokes. What do you call friends who listen to music together? Earbuds. Where do athletes go to replace worn-out uniforms? New Jersey. Every time I try to eat healthy, a chocolate bar looks at me and snickers. So Fred Flintstone broke in, yelled yabba dab, and then left without further ado. I've never owned a good pair of binoculars, but it's something I'd like to look into. You know, I think during a game of charades would be a pretty bad time to have a heart attack. I knew a guy who was afraid of hurdles. He got over it. Get a lot of weird looks at the gym, but you know what? Screw them. They can get their own pizza. What do pampered cows produce? Spoiled milk. What did the penguin get from the genie? 3 fishes. Alright, folks, I'm so glad that you like those bad jokes. At least some of you like those bad jokes. I'm sure some people, they don't like the bad jokes, but I doubt if they'd be coming back for these videos anymore if they didn't like them. But I do appreciate them, and I got a bunch of those bad jokes from my friend Dave Knapp. Dave, thank you very much. Dave provides me with jokes every day, and it's awesome because it really helps, especially these last few days where I've been, like, my energy level's been on 0. It's really helped me. And now I couldn't use every joke he sent me because I had to pick the short ones because I can't string out a long sentence because I start coughing. But I tried to pick out the best ones that I could tell, and I did take a couple of jokes. Once again, I'm just showing my sources. Did a couple of jokes from here, and these are great books. They really are. From @DadSaysJokes on Instagram. And you know what? I want to tell your jokes too. So send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. That's jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. And I will tell your joke if I can. And if I do tell your joke, you're going to get credit for you. I'm not going to steal your joke. I'll let people know that I told your joke. Friends, I tell people every day that I tell Dave's jokes. And yesterday I told a joke from M'lis Carnahan. I've told jokes from Michelle Finnerty. I've told jokes from my mom. I've told jokes from Wendy, my beautiful, wonderful wife. I want to tell your jokes too. You must have some funny jokes out there that you know. Tell them to me, please. Send them to jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny. But here's even more fun idea. If you've got a joke you want to tell, record yourself telling that joke and send that to that same email address. And when we get 10 of them, we're going to string it together to make one joke video of jokes that you folks are telling. That's right. You folks are funny people. You can tell these jokes better than me, probably. So let's have it. Let's hear you telling your jokes, friends. That'll be awesome. Just turn your camera on yourself on your phone and tell a joke. Just record it. Tell a joke. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, my friends. And if you live in the UK, I'm going to make this super short. If you live in the UK or you have a friend in the UK, please, 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 I implore you, I'm trying to get some penguin biscuits. Why? Because each penguin biscuit has a penguin joke on it. Most of my joke segments have a penguin joke in it too. From those biscuits, I'm bugging McVitie's. I want them to sponsor me, but I want their jokes. And until they do sponsor me, if that ever happens, I need someone from the UK to send me some penguin biscuits, please, 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 please. I'm gonna pay for the postage. I'm gonna pay for the biscuits. I'm gonna have a great story about how we got these biscuits and how I'm gonna thank you in the video too. So please help me out with that. You don't have to be in the UK. Maybe you have a friend or a family member in the UK. But come on, set us up with some biscuits, some penguin biscuit bars, and we're going to have a great story about it, and I'll have some more jokes to tell my friends. And a quick message to McVitie's/Plattis. That's the company that makes penguin biscuits. I do the jokes every day. Come on, do me a favor and sponsor my videos. Look, I'm barely alive here, and I'm still doing your jokes. I represent your company for free. You could help me out. Sponsor my videos with the smallest amount of cash, but the most important thing is I need the jokes and I need some biscuits. You can make it happen. Contact me at admin@wellithoughtitwas.com. That's admin@wellithoughtitwas.com. Come on, Plattis/McVitie's. Make this happen. We can work together. We can have some fun. and you can make this group grow. And you know what? We're doing you a service, a great service. I tell people how great these cookies are, and I tell your jokes already. Let's make something beautiful happen. All right, folks, I really got to be wrapping up the video really soon, because I just tried to do a short little blurb about our store, and I couldn't even talk, which is probably better for you. Well, actually not really, because I do have a little store video made up. I'm sorry. I'm going to run a commercial here, folks, because this takes a lot of time to do, curate these two groups, and we're just trying to make it make sense. Plus, we've got some great products that I think you're going to actually like. Hey, friends, I just want to quickly talk to you about the Well I Thought It Was Funny store. That's right. We've got some great products out there. We've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got coffee cups, we've got phone cases, and now we've got tote bags. Let me show you what we've got, folks. Here, take a look at that. We've got that 3/4 sleeve rock shirt there. I love those things. That's what I'm wearing right now. We've got their standard t-shirt. That's a Gildan t-shirt. That's a high quality t-shirt. We've got our 15-ounce coffee cup. My gosh, look at that coffee cup. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Wouldn't you love to be sipping your coffee or tea from that? I think you would. Then we've got that phone case right there. And then we've got the hoodie. The hoodie of all hoodies. This hoodie feels like a hug. Check it out, my friends. And you know what else we have? Something that doesn't get talked about enough. We've got a tote bag. Why are we talking about a tote bag? Because our amazing member, Rose Glad, got her tote bag in the mail. She loves it, and check it out. That's right, not only is this tote bag great for your groceries, according to Rose, it is great for hauling around your rubber chickens. That's what I call an endorsement, my friends. That's the kind of an endorsement I like. Rose, you rock. You really bring it, Rose. Thank you so very much. That's the best endorsement I can have. So, folks, sorry for the interruption, but if you really want to help us out, check out our store. We've got something there for you. And if you do buy one of our products, we want to see a picture of you with it. Because you're beautiful people. We want to see you with our beautiful products. All right, back to the video. Folks, thanks for sitting through that blurb there. I need to update that commercial because we've added some great products, and we've got this beautiful sticker actually that I just added the other day. It's gonna go on. I'm gonna buy a couple of them, put one on the back of my old laptop and one on my car. That's right, one's going on my car. I'm proud of this community we built, my friends, so I'm going to show it off. We also added a 25-ounce to-go cup. That's right, keep your coffee or tea warm as you're out and about, my friends. I think it looks great. Check out the store for that. And there's a phone case in there. And yeah, we've got some great stuff. And if you purchase anything from our store, friends, let us know what you think of it. And if you can't, send a photo of it. I would love to see a photo of you holding up the coffee cup or wearing the shirts. This is not one of them, of course, but wearing our shirt or our hoodie, carting around that tote bag, you know, flashing that phone case. We do sell panties also. And while I think that they're fantastic, I got a pair for the missus. They look great. They're really good quality. I can't ask for a photo of you in your panties because that's just inappropriate, my friends. But folks, check out our store. If there's anything in there that you like, I want to know about it. And if there's something missing, something you think would look good in that store that would be a great addition, let me know. I'll see if I can add it, my friends. All right, folks, I do have to wrap it up because my voice is deteriorating and I'm really suppressing a cough right now. But I just want you to know that I think you folks are absolutely awesome. I love what we've built together, and I love the fact that it keeps growing. And you folks make me laugh every day. And when you make somebody laugh, you make their day better. You make my day amazing, folks. And I want you to do me a favor too. I ask this usually every video. If you can today, if you're dealing with humans, try to make somebody laugh if it's an appropriate moment. If you make somebody laugh, you're going to make their day better. And you know what's also important? I hope you find something that makes you laugh, my friends. Please do. Please search for something that makes you laugh today. And if it's particularly funny, I hope you share it here. And you know what? I'd love it if you tag me in and say, Lee, this is what made me laugh today. This is something that I found particularly funny. And I'll share it here on the group, my friends, because if it makes you laugh, it'll probably make somebody else laugh. And you're already making people laugh. Yeah, so you're already doing something amazing, my friends. So laugh and make somebody laugh. That's all I ask of you. And I just have a great day if you can, my friends. I'm going to have the best day that I can. Once again, I know I sound horrible, but I sound better than I did yesterday, and I feel better than I did yesterday. Does that mean I'm getting better, right? You know what? And then if I add a few laughs to that, life is fantastic. I'm going to have a great day. And I know I'm going to add a few laughs to that because you're going to make me laugh because you do every day. Folks, I hope you have the best day today, and I hope we see you again tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a few new people. I really hope we do. But even if we don't, we've got the greatest group in the world, my friends. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.